Wow, what an episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier this week. Let's talk about the last episode before the finale. Everybody, so we've reached episode 5 of The Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney+. Pretty crazy that it's the last episode before the finale next week. I think we're ramping up towards a very exciting conclusion. Leave all your thoughts down below what you thought of the episode, but also, it's been a lot of fun actually having these discussions with you guys each week, talking about the show. So if you enjoy those as well, make sure you like and also subscribe to the channel so you're updated with all of our discussions, all my other movie reviews, and other related content on the channel as well. I've been anticipating this episode all week long after the shocking ending from last week's episode. You see the surprise death of Battlestar thanks to the Flag Smashers, and then John Walker beats the Flag Smasher to death with Captain America's shield in front of this entire audience of people. It only took until episode 5, but I do love that we got a Sam-focused episode for the most part. Before we get into that, though, we see the aftermath of what happened at the end of last episode with John Walker. You can really see that he is full-on unhinged now, off the deep end, as Sam and Bucky try to reason with him. Sam wants the shield back, of course, and that's what sparks a big old fight. This was a fight I was looking forward to the entire series once John Walker was introduced, and it delivered on exactly what I wanted. It was a really brutal, high-octane action scene. We get the full extent of John Walker's abilities now after he's taken the Super Soldier Serum, as he actually puts up quite a fight between Bucky and Sam, taking him on at the same time. I mean, John Walker literally rips Falcon's wings off of his back, and then fortunately Bucky does get the shield away after he breaks John Walker's arm. That was really brutal. Fortunately, after all of this, we do get the scene where John Walker is actually fired as Captain America. He's dishonorably discharged. He doesn't face any sort of real penalties other than being dishonorably discharged. He doesn't face any jail or prison time, of course. Even if I really dislike John Walker as a character, I do think Wyatt Russell is doing phenomenal work as the character, and I think this is probably his best episode yet, fleshing out this kind of unhinged character now that he's not Captain America, but he still feels like he's Captain America. Now, leading up to this episode, the showrunner did tease that there was going to be a really big surprise character in the episode. I learned my lesson from WandaVision when it comes to my expectations, so they were a little bit lowered into this, but the surprise character we got in this episode was really cool and surprising if you're a fan of this person's work. It's Joy Louise-Dreyfus. She's playing La Contessa Valentina de Fontaine, who's a really cool character from the comic books. I actually made sure I put up my Jim Steranko poster because actually is a character created by Jim Steranko. She's pretty cool. She's affiliated with Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. a lot in the comic books. With the way that their conversation goes between her and John Walker, I almost wonder if maybe he's going to be affiliated with the Thunderbolts, if they're going to set up the Thunderbolts, because they're a really cool team that I'm really surprised isn't in the MCU yet, but I do think that they're trying to build them. It's bittersweet, but awesome at the same time that we see one last time Baron Zemo as he's talking to Bucky in Sokovia before the Dora Milaje take him away, of course. It was nice to see that Zemo got to have his name checked off of Bucky's list that he has, but also Baron Zemo wants him to kill Karli Morgenthau, because of course he does. He doesn't like super soldiers. But as I was saying earlier, Sam really gets the best focus in this episode. We see him actually return back to Baltimore, talks to Isaiah Bradley once again when it comes to finding out Isaiah Bradley's backstory, and how he was erased from history and experimented on for decades. It was a really hard-hitting conversation, especially as we're unlocking this very dark history when it comes to the legacy of the Super Soldier Serum and the Captain America mantle itself. What was weird for me was after that, we kind of lollygag for a while when it comes to the storyline as we see Sam goes back to see his sister and try and salvage all their stuff that they have, you know, the boat and their debt and all that stuff. I do enjoy those scenes. I thought it was great seeing Sam and Bucky work together to restore the boat. We got some great comedic moments and montages out of it, like when Bucky hits on Sam's sister, but I felt like there was more pressing issues at hand than going back and doing this as the Flag Smashers are about to, you know, infiltrate a bunch of different places. A big surprise for me was that Bucky showed up with this box from the Wakandans, and I'm pretty sure it's the new Captain America suit that we are probably going to get in the next episode, of the way that he teased it at the end of this episode. We don't get to see it in this episode, but it's really cool to know that this new Captain America suit is made by the Wakandans, so I imagine it's going to be really state-of-the-art and really high-tech, just because you've seen the Black Panther suits and how amazing they are, so I'm really excited to see it next episode. We do get one more montage, though, as Sam is learning how to do all this crazy stuff with the shield that we've seen in the trailers before. Really great stuff there, and even Bucky's there, and they have a really great conversation about the legacy of the shield. Great seeing the growth of both Sam and Bucky throughout this series. Sam, he's really coming into his own. It definitely feels more like Captain America as he's giving this speech to Bucky when it comes to coming to terms and making amends with his past. It's great seeing them work together, and they're definitely going to meet back up for the final battle in the next episode. As we see the Flag Smashers team up, they're in New York. They even get help from Batroc the Leaper. We see George St. Pierre again, and it seems like we're setting up for the big final battle, and I'm assuming that US Agent is going to be there as well, because there is a post-credit scene, a mid-credit scene, where we see John Walker. He's making his own Captain America suit. We see him spraying down stuff for his shield. He's turned into US Agent at this point, which which was expected, but it's still cool nonetheless. Really great episode. I'm really excited to see what the finale has in store for us. I think it's going to be a really great conclusion to this series. Let me know in the comments down below, though, what did you think of this episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of what happened in the episode? Also, share your theories of what you think is going to happen in next week's episode, the finale, because there's probably going to be a lot of crazy stuff in that episode, and I'm excited to talk about it with all you guys. Thank you so much for checking my reviews, though. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to like it, the subscribe button, and we'll keep the movies, show actions, unboxing more on the channel. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.